Buen Camino Pilgrims, we are here in Madrid and we're about to leave from our trip, and we wanted to show you my packing. So obviously men and women might pack a little bit different. There are some things in my pack that Jeremiah definitely does not have, and so we wanted to share a different perspective with you of some things you might consider from a different side of things. So come join as we walk through this layout here of all of my things that are in my pack. So there's not exactly a rhyme or reason, so we'll just go through it. This is a pack of, it actually came as a set, and it is an eye mask and earplugs. And the eye mask is actually slightly lifted, and so it is very comfortable. And I've worn that every single night and on the trains, and have had that on the airplane. That is one of my favorite things, actually. So from there, this next set of things is the items that I just keep in this bag. This red bag is where I keep all of these items, and it is I wear contacts, so I need a contact case, a little brush, some anti-chafe body glide, which I tried for the first time this trip and enjoyed. There is also deodorant. I brought my Diva cup. I am still menstruating, and so that was an important thing for me to have just in case, which I did end up needing. Then I brought Q-tips, which is great. I use my earplugs every day, and so for me, I wanted to make sure that my ears were clean and there wasn't wax everywhere. So I also have the travel toothbrush, toothpaste. For my hair, washing my hair, I took a shampoo bar, and I actually sliced it up into the amount of nights that we were going to be going. And so I sliced it up into these and then just stuck it in a travel size bag. You can see they're just real thin slices, and somewhere that we stayed ended up having some shampoo, and so that's why there's still slices left at the end of our time. And then that's my favorite conditioner. That was an indulgence. My hair does much better with conditioner, and I learned last year I ended up buying conditioner halfway through because my hair was getting so unmanageable. So I just ended up bringing that from home. And then a couple things that are absolutely not necessary but I enjoyed having just for the evenings is some mascara there, you can see, and then a little tub of a scent. It's like a perfume that a friend gave to me, and it's just really easy and light. And so I thought for the evenings, I'll show you something else that I brought for evenings that some people don't bring, and that's okay. But for me, it was a nice change up from hiking time to evening. I brought my hat. There is oftentimes, we had a lot of rain. We had 8 out of 10 days we had rain, and so it was a rainy Camino this time, but last time we had a ton of sun, and even on the days where there wasn't rain, there was sun, and so I was glad to have my hat to protect my face from some sun coverage. I brought 2 pair of pants, so there's one on the bed here, and then I'm wearing the other one, just hiking pants. I like them a tiny bit looser, but some people bring leggings, so you can bring whatever pants you like. I enjoyed having an extra water bottle, and then I didn't bring a full set of sheets. This is preference. I did not bring a full set of sheets, but I did bring a pillowcase, and so that's my pillowcase. The albergas that we stayed at, all of them had some sort of sheet. Some of them were there's like a paper sheet. Some of them had regular sheets. It's a good idea to bring sheets when you come and treat them with bed bug spray. We had some issues with bed bugs this trip, and it's a good idea to do. Will it 100% protect you from bed bugs? Not necessarily. Will not having them not protect you? Not necessarily, but it's just things to consider. So I just brought a pillowcase this time. And then I brought my gloves. So these fingerless gloves, I wasn't sure if I was going to bring them in at the last minute. I just threw them in because they're light. which you do that in a minute and enough times and your pack's not light anymore, but mine was fine. These actually were great because it rained so much. I was able to throw them on and they helped me keep a grip on my hiking poles, which were very wet a lot of days. And so those actually came in clutch, as they say, or maybe used to say like 10 years ago. A towel and lights. This is actually half of a towel. Jeremiah and I shared that we just cut in half, and it is a quick dry towel that works fine, very light. Next up we have shirts. So these are 2 shirts. This is a long sleeve shirt and a short sleeve shirt. I am also wearing a long sleeve shirt, and so these were great. I was gonna just bring 2 shirts, but with all the rain that we had, it actually was nice one of the days to just change into a different shirt. My clothes was generally, it was kind of, we were doing laundry, but then I wanted to wear a different shirt or something. I don't remember, but I do remember I used all my shirts. This is just a container that I put all of my things that I take. So I brought some melatonin just in case it was hard to sleep. I brought some magnesium, and probiotics was all that was in there. This little bag is where I put all of my just in case items. And so it had some antibacterial wipes. It had this little phone lanyard that I actually didn't end up using, a medicated back patch, a little first aid kit, Tiger Balm I used all the time for muscle aches, and then it had some antacids and ibuprofen and different things in there. And so that was helpful just to have everything. There was like the essentials bag with my toiletries, and then there was the if I need it bag that stayed a little bit deeper in my pack. And then that's some antibacterial sanitizer, and then hair ties. If you have longer hair, that was a must for me, so it's great to have extras. This is actually something I bought in Spain, and it is a knee brace, a knee support, which I needed because my right knee after several days was just giving me some issues. So I purchased that, and I didn't really have it in my pack because I just wore it every day, and it was helpful to have a little bit of extra support. This here is a sports bra. I have 2 of those exact same ones. They worked great. I really enjoyed them. Next I have just some underwear, and I didn't buy any specifically. I just brought what I had. No particular recommendations on that. For me, it's more about comfort. So I just brought my most comfortable underwear. And then I have a pair of wool socks, more for warmth, because I prefer what's below them, and that is the toe socks. I really like toe socks. I don't have particularly sweaty feet, so not sure if it's that or the toe socks or a mixture of both. But I've not gotten any blisters on Camino, the 2 that I've done. And so I recommend toe socks if you can handle having the woven material between your toes. They're great. I did bring snacks, which came in. There's some parts of the Camino that you either start walking without having breakfast yet, or you're in the between 2 towns, and suddenly I just felt like my blood sugar was, in a place where I wanted a snack. So these bars were great. They're date bars, and they are mostly cashews and dates, and then these have chocolate chips in them, but I felt like they were just enough for what I needed. Then my pack came with a bladder. I had never used a bladder before, so it was all new to me. I will say, test all your stuff before you go. I had forgotten to test my bladder, and so I get there and I'm trying to suck water through, and it ended up there was a piece of plastic over the tip of the water bladder. So, and then the first bit tasted disgusting, as one can imagine. And so got through that, and then refilled it, and it was great. I don't know if I drank more water with a bladder than I did last year with just bottles, but it was nice to have, and it came with a pack. Next up we have what I would say is absolutely not necessary, but it was nice to have. I brought a dress, a regular bra, and then a pair of biking shorts that I like to wear under my dresses. And that was just nice to have for the evenings. Pretty much almost every evening I would wear that. So I would get out of the hiking clothes, I got to the albergue, took a shower, and then just put my dress on. A couple days I would put mascara or the perfume on. I have my earrings that I would put on. Like, it was just kind of a way to transition from hiking and hard and pushing through to, okay, we're resting now, we're connecting, we're having a good time. And so that for me was kind of a physical representation of that shift. And so you don't need it. It is nice to have a third something to be able to wash your two hiking outfits. So whatever that third outfit might be, if you can fit it in your pack, it is convenient. I brought a jacket. This is just like a sports jacket that is lightweight, kind of a half puffer, half, I don't know my materials, but I did use it a couple times, not as much while I was hiking because our temperatures didn't get that low. But in the evenings when I was wearing my dress and we were sitting somewhere where there was a breeze, it was very nice to have. Then the essentials. I have this great fanny pack that my friend gave me for my birthday last year, and both trips has been where my essentials lived. And I just, most of the time, had it on my person. And so this is where the most important things stayed. So for me, that included my journal, which I like to just jot down things that I want to remember, or our group did haikus every night. That was fun, so I would just jot down some things. Also, as I'm preparing to take my own trips to Camino de Santiago without Jeremiah, there were certain things I was like, okay, which town is this? And so just wanted to jot things down. A little bit of toilet paper, important to have because you just never know when you're going to run into a bathroom that doesn't have toilet paper. Then I had earbuds, my pilgrim passport where you get all your fun stamps, my regular passport, and then some money, a pen. I brought a pen and then a Sharpie and a highlighter. I didn't actually use a Sharpie or the highlighter, but I thought just in case, I didn't know if we'd need it for our team for something. And then chapstick. This is a Vicks. It's like a little inhaler thing that helps you clear your nose if you can get congested, which I did on this trip and was nice to have. Then my phone with my driver's license, cards, important cards in my wallet there. And then this is actually kind of back here in the corner is the things that you don't 100% need. And this is a day pack. Last year on our trip, there were several people that did just a smaller pack, and they carried some essentials and water and snacks or whatever, and then they had those things packed in a smaller pack. So I thought at the last minute I just decided to throw in this smaller pack that I could try to do, just see how that was. And there was, I think, a couple days that I did send my pack ahead and then just did the smaller pack, which worked out nicely on this trip. With all the rain and everything, there was a couple times where I was like kind of over it. And so it was nice to say, okay, I'm gonna walk it, but let me send my pack ahead and just enjoy the time, or do my best to enjoy the time. And then last but very much not least is these essentials. So these are my shoes that I got. These are actually, they may look brand new because they are brand new. I ended up buying these in Spain because I had the great idea to wash and dry my shoes. Again, doing something that I don't usually do. I hadn't done at home, but we washed and dried my shoes and they shrunk. And so immediately, as soon as I put them on, I realized that I was not going to be able to hike with them. Thankfully, we were in Sadia, And there was a lovely hiking shop on our way out that had the exact shoe that I needed and I had been wearing in my size, exact same size. So it worked out just fine, but it was definitely something I would not recommend. These are gaiters, and I would, if you have, not everyone has issues with this, but if you have issues with having rocks in your shoes a lot, which I did last year, I would recommend gaiters. They just cover your shoes to protect. A little tip I would say is to match your gaiter to the size of your shoe, not the size of your foot. Because I matched it to the size of my foot, but because I get a larger size shoe for hiking, so my feet can, you know, swell and all that good stuff. My gaiters were slightly too small, but it did not impact effectiveness, and they were great. I would highly recommend them. These are the Ultra brands that match the shoe brand. They don't help with water, so that's not the purpose of that. That's not why I got these. I got these for rocks. There are some that you can get for water. That's a whole separate thing. This is my pack. It was great. We went and got it fitted, and Jeremiah helped me to pick one that fit my body, and it worked out very nicely. And then these are my trekking poles. And then the little bonus is the seashell. And obviously that's not necessary, but fun to have as a pilgrim. So this was all the things I carried on my trek. And yeah, I don't know how much my pack weighed. I never weighed it. Maybe we'll see if we can find a way to weigh it, just so we can flash it on the screen. But that is what I brought on my Camino this time. And honestly, I would say almost everything I used. I don't feel like there was a lot of excessive baggage that I carried around with me. If you have any questions or anything about anything in here or something that you're considering bringing, feel free to comment and we will answer your questions below.
Well, I hope you found that video helpful. If you are considering Camino de Santiago this year, then go to the website, caminoguide.info. We have 2 trips that are going. Video is being made in 2025. We have 2 trips going in 2025. Check out the website, caminoguide.info, to find out what trips we're making now. If you're watching this years down the line, then still go to the website, because we'll probably be offering Camino trips for you during that year as well, and hopefully you would want to join us as we make the way to Santiago.